Welcome into Boulder, Colorado. We're going to show you our faces here in a minute. We are still undoing some wires. All right, Tom. All right, you got the headset going? Maybe? All right, Tommy's going to keep on doing his thing, but welcome into Boulder, Colorado. I'm Joe Paris alongside Tommy Wood. We are here for an exciting night of hockey on Thursday night in Boulder. It's going to be the Colorado Buffaloes against the University of Arizona Wildcats. Big game for both teams, Tom, as both teams are trying to get into that national championship tournament chase. Tommy's finally got the headset going, so he's good to go. All right, look at that. We're here on Thursday night in Boulder. We made it. All right. Tommy, welcome back. How's it going?
It's great, Joe. How are you?
I'm good, I'm a little tired. It's been a long week, been a long day. Went to school, but
yeah?
Hey, we're here for some hockey.
What better way to cap off the week, huh?
No better way. Last time we were here, it was Colorado versus Colorado State in a fun matchup. Buffs came away with a 4-3 victory. Honestly, might have been the most exciting win of the year for Colorado. That one had just about everything.
Yeah, it was, and it was really the first time all season that Colorado, you faced a serious deficit in the third period and came back to win the game. It was really almost a cathartic victory. It felt like they'd got that close game monkey off their back, but now 3 huge games this weekend against the Arizona teams. Arizona tonight, and then 2 against number 1 Arizona State Friday and Saturday.
I couldn't get Coach Jeff Nightenbach to call tonight a must-win, but you got to assume it's about as close as a must-win as possible.
I mean, every game is a must-win at this point. When you're playing other WCHL teams, when you're so close to the Nationals push, the Buffs are 18th in the country right now. Jeff has said they want to get around 17th to be safe to get that at-large berth for Nationals, so they're on the cusp.
And a good way to do it is facing off great teams against Arizona and Arizona State. All conference game, WCHL games this weekend. But you got to get business taken care of. Thursday night, you got to play Arizona. And when the team went down to Arizona and played 2 games at the Tucson Convention Center against this Wildcats team, it was a little up and down. They had an overtime victory on a Friday night game, and then Saturday they lost an ugly one to the Wildcats and kind of sucked the wind out of the sails.
Yeah, and their leading goal scorer from that trip, Dak Dice, who scored 2 goals in the overtime win, including the game winner, is not playing tonight. He hasn't played for quite some time.
And Dak is actually done for the season with a knee injury. He unfortunately sustained a hurt knee. I believe it was meniscus during practice. He took a hit into the boards, and he is done for the rest of the year. So our wishes go out to him. Hope his knee's going to be better. Also out tonight, usually, Scott Fulden and RJ Salvato are members of the roster. Tonight they are both sitting out. Scott has a little bit of a sickness, so we're hoping we'll get him back this weekend. And RJ Salvato has some back tightness, some back soreness. He said he'll try to go tomorrow, but tonight he's going to take it off.
Yeah, and Scott Fulden, that's a big loss for Colorado. He scored a huge goal against Colorado State last weekend, getting his own rebound, putting it home past Alex Steidler. But, the Buffs are confident that they can get the win here. Their top line has been performing admirably ever since they added Matt Anders and John Nitchin.
And tonight, Colorado will be having Colin Champagne get his first start at home. Piner, one of the new members that came just for second semester, along with Anders and Nitchin, as Tommy just mentioned. Champagne, who actually played junior hockey just down the road for the Boulder Bison. They're excited to be back in town, and I'm excited to see Piner play here tonight.
Yeah, and Jeff Nightenbach has said that he might be the best goalie on this roster. They brought him in to push Alex Palumbo, and he's certainly done that. Had one start on the road, didn't go as well as they would have hoped, but he's in front of a friendly crowd tonight, and we'll see what he can do.
When Champagne had the start at Central Oklahoma on a Friday night matchup, he did the best he could. He kept Colorado in that game, but a very high-powered Broncos offense pushed Colorado to the edge on that one. Alex Palumbo, again, not going to be playing tonight. Matt Lechner should be backing up Champagne. He had a great game, Palumbo, though, did, last Saturday night. Really solid effort. He made saves that he probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, he played very well. He made some spectacular saves against Colorado State. He deserves the rest, to be honest, and he's going to need it for the stretch run.
The countdown to face-off is on. Teams should be coming out of the locker room here any second, so we're going to step aside. But when we come back, we will have the face-off and starting lineups for tonight. The University of Colorado Buffaloes and the Arizona Wildcats. Don't go anywhere. We've got all the action for you here tonight on Livestream. Welcome into Boulder, Colorado for tonight's hockey matchup between your University of Colorado Buffaloes and the visiting Arizona Wildcats. I'm Joe Paris alongside Tommy Wood. And Tommy, real quick update since the last time we talked to you all. There's actually been a goaltending change. In net tonight actually is going to be Matt Lechner. And on the bench is actually Alex Palumbo. That is contrary to the text message lineup I was sent by head coach Jeff Knightenbach this afternoon.
Yeah, apparently Lechner had a very good week in practice, and Lechner has played well in limited action. Tonight he got a start against Arizona State down in Tempe with Palumbo suspended following the CSU fight. Played well in an overtime loss. He also got the start against Colorado State up in Loveland when Palumbo was in a car accident on the way to the game. That wasn't his best performance, but he got the start on about 30 minutes notice.
Starting lineup for Colorado tonight will feature Elliot Polanchik at the left wing, George Gruber at center, Parker Dietz at right wing. And the defensive pairing again will be Luke Knightenbach and Matt Hefter. It is senior weekend here in Boulder. Only two seniors, though, on this Colorado squad, Luke Knightenbach as well as Hurley Kane, the captain. Colorado has iced the puck to start things off here in Boulder, so the faceoff will come all the way back down. Again, last time out, these two teams played at the Tucson Convention Center down in Tucson, and Arizona came away with the victory on that one. These teams are 1-1 on the year. Colorado got a Friday night overtime win at the TCC. It was Halloween weekend. Good save there by Lechner to get things started, to scoop up the puck. But it was always a fun time, Tommy. Halloween weekend down on the road trip. I know a lot of fans down at the convention center dressed up.
Yeah, I was hoping you would have dressed up for that one too. Maybe get Jeff in costume, but it's a good night. It was a good win.
I dressed up as a hockey player. I pretended to be a broadcast announcer that night. John Nitch will play it out of the corner over to Matt Hefter. Hefter, who made the super cool flyer that you might have seen on the Colorado Hockey Facebook this afternoon. Not only is he a hockey defenseman, but he's got some good Photoshop skills.
Wow, very multi-talented.
Delayed offside is touched up by Pierce Matty. Come out to the neutral zone. Tommy, what are your keys to victory here tonight?
Well, the key for Colorado is going to be to protect Matt Lechner. He hasn't had a lot of experience this season, and especially early, you just want to make sure that you're getting in front of every shooter, not giving them open looks, and making sure he doesn't have to make too many saves early in the game.
Dylan Carter in the corner will push it towards Alex Odea. Odea, a name that I remember, a very dangerous player out there for the Wildcats. Pierce Matty, though, will send it in. Starting goaltender tonight will be Garrett Patrick. Patrick on the year for the Wildcats has been decent. In 25 games played, he is 8-13-3. He's got a 3.79 goals against average and a 888 save percentage. Matt Lechner, on the other hand, 3.39 goals against average, .884 save percentage. Brought in on the right side, it'll be Roddy Wilkinson, who will fire one high off against the glass. Thomas Jarman will corral it against the boards. He'll sling across cross ice looking for Kirk Van Arkel. Can't quite find the mark, so it'll be Jake Campbell from the neutral zone who will wrap it around the boards. It comes to Matt Anders. Anders will poke at it against the boards. Bauer will send it out to neutral ice. Can't quite connect with Jarman, so it'll be sent right back in by Matt Nowicki. Dorr comes with it out of the corner. He'll be shoved off the puck, but waiting for it there will be Mick Bruce. Just underway here in Boulder. 18:06 remaining in this opening period. Tied at 0. Joe Paris alongside Tommy Wood. We're live. We're live. How cool is this? We're on live broadcast. Anything could happen tonight, Tommy.
Live sports is the best reality TV you can get.
Played forward to Jarman. Jarman's got there with Bauer. Bauer looks across, fires one save, goes off the side of the post. Puck stays up in the corner, though, for Bauer. Matt Anders will come and deliver down the wood. Comes out to the neutral zone. Good opening save there by Garrett Patrick. Thomas Jarman will lift one up. It actually hits the netting and will go out of play.
Jarman comes into this game on a hot streak. He had 2 goals last weekend against Colorado State. The first goal of the game on a breakaway, and then he scored what would prove to be the game winner on a beautiful power play goal with the feed from Jake Bauer.
Jarman had a hot game last Saturday night. Hoping to build on that here. He's been on quite a tear, really, since that Minot series back in December. Played out to Luke Coyne at the point. Coyne sends one through traffic. Kick save there by Patrick. Coyne will send another one. Another save by Patrick. Wiggins down, battling in the corner. Can't quite get to it. It'll be held up now by William Poynton. Poynton's got it up against the glass. He'll backhand it, and it comes out to the neutral zone. Eric Kardash, who we had on the coaches show on Wednesday, will touch it up on a delayed offsides. Kardash, as we highlighted, one of 3 true freshmen on this Colorado squad this year. Card's also the lone Canadian. He takes great pride in that, coming from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And he says that Boulder's a lot like Calgary, so he feels at home already.
Never been to Calgary, Joe, have you? I wouldn't know.
I've never been. I did want to go to school at the University of Calgary. Remember, I was looking there very aggressively. I really love their mascot. It's a dinosaur, raptor. It's really cool. Played out. Bradford can't quite touch it over the line for Colorado, so it'll be played to the neutral zone. It's Knightenbach. He'll hit it off the stick of Bradford, but it'll be corralled now by the captain, Shane Gleason. Gleason will send it across. Come all the way down, intended for Ryan Olson. Olson couldn't get the stick on it, so that'll lead to an icing call. 16:42 remaining in the first period of play. Thanks for joining us. Big game here tonight. Both teams coming in just on the edge of the national tournament picture. The Wildcats have played 31 games so far. They come in with an 11-17-3 record. Colorado, on the other hand, this will be their 26th game of the year. 11-12-2. Polanchik behind the net. He gets taken down from behind, but George Gruber's there to bail him out. Gruber out to Hefter. Hefter will try to play with it over the stick. Can't get it past John Hogan. Hefter from the neutral zone will try to poke at it. Hogan's there for it. He'll play it back to Gleason. Gleason will bang it off the boards. Comes down low. It'll be George Gruber, the 7th, who wears number 7. Easy for me to remember. Forward now to Dietz. Dietz breaks in, fires. And we're going to get a late whistle. What are we going to get here?
I'm not sure. No one was offsides.
We might be getting 6 men on the ice. Too many men on the ice for Colorado. And that's what this other referee put up his hands. Maybe not. I have no idea what happened there.
Yeah,
something must have happened behind the play.
Some arbitrary whistle. Shame for Colorado. They were getting a very good one-man rush there by Parker Dietz.
It's actually going to be an Arizona Wildcats penalty for too many men on the ice. So Dylan Carter is going to go to the box. Colorado now at their first power play on the night. Buffs came in on the year, 22.2% on the power play. Not great, not bad, just average.
It's not great, but it's worked when they've needed it to, especially last weekend against Colorado State.
So Colorado will start off the power play by losing it through the neutral zone. It's Jason Efforts. Efforts will send it through. Pierce Matty waiting for it. Hits Kirk Van Arkel. The Flyers out there for Colorado. These are very fast kids on the ice. Played out to the blue line. Knightenbach will try to send one through weakly, and it'll be sent down the length of the ice by the Wildcats defense. Minute 27 remaining on the too many men on the ice bench penalty to the Wildcats. So Colorado's going to enjoy a opening period power play. It's Pierce Matty. Matty will dangle through everyone. Here he comes. Fires. Oh, it goes just wide against the glass to Kirk Van Arkel. Van Arkel to Hefter. Goes right back to Van Arkel. Van Arkel, cross ice pass to Knightenbach. Back to Matt Hefter. Van Arkel, he looks down low towards Nitchin. Instead he goes cross ice to Knightenbach, who walks in, trying to hit Nitchin on the back door. Just couldn't connect. It's Kirk Van Arkel. He'll handle around a man, drop it for Nitchin. Nitchin has it poked away, regains possession. Swings it around the boards. Van Arkel will give up the opportunity to Knightenbach. Knightenbach D-to-D back to Hefter. Hefter looks down low. He'll find John Nitchin. Nitchin returns to a pass to Hefter. He'll blast one off of a leg. Keeps it in the zone, though. Hefter will walk in. Handles with it at the circle. Rotates it back now to Matty. Matty, with 30 seconds remaining on the power play, sends it over to Knightenbach. Knightenbach looks down to Hefter. He'll hit him there. Looking for Jarman, who's just jumped onto the ice. Jarman will circle behind him. Hefter brings it back to the blue line. Knightenbach, a blast from the outside, goes off of the stick of Griffin Dine and out of play. Good movement from Colorado, but not the shot yet.
Yeah, well, it's been a good job of penalty killing defense by Arizona, especially Dine there to get his stick down in front of Luke Knightenbach's slap shot. That slap shot from the point is really his signature. That's what he likes to get, and he can hit that very well.
Face-off won by Matt Anders. 13 seconds remaining on the power play. Here's Anders with it. Down to Bauer. He'll receive a return pass as Anders. Finds Mick Bruce, who just came onto the ice. Bruce through some traffic, saved by Patrick. Rebound comes down, right in the crease. Backhand by Bauer, save. Another one is poked away. Patrick with a great sprawling save. We're back to even strength. John Doerr will send it down low. Jarman had his back turned to it, and the Wildcats are going to catch a break here. Good save, though, by Garrett Patrick. With some speed, it's brought up the middle by the Wildcats. It's Alex Odea. Odea's pushed off into the corner by a pair of Buffaloes. Mick Bruce comes out of the corner with the puck. 13:50 remaining here in the first period. We're tied at 0. Here comes Jarman. Jarman brings it over the line. He's got Bauer streaking down low. Picking it up, though, will be the defenseman, Mick Bruce. Bruce has got it. He'll skate behind the cage, poked away from him, and the Wildcats will look to clear the zone. Buffs have got the early momentum. It's Odea, though. Odea from just beyond the blue line will fire one into the glove of Lechner, and he'll hang on for his second save of the evening.
And Garrett Patrick bailed his defense out at the end of that power play. Jake Bauer had not one but two wide open shots at that net, and Patrick just got his leg pads in front of it. Brilliant save.
Two huge saves there by the goaltender. Face off in the Colorado zone will be poked back by Oswani. 13:24 remaining in the opening period. Buffs seem to have the ice tilted a little bit their way. Wiggins brings it over the line. He likes to try to handle around a guy. Poked away and sent out to the neutral zone. Pretty similar pace to what we saw on Saturday against Colorado and Colorado State. Brought over the line by Kardash. Put his head down. Goes right through a pair of Wildcats. Absorbs some contact. Pushes it to the front of the net. And Anthony Rosetta will take it away. Oz goes down in the corner. Try to chase him away. Rosetta gets rid of the puck at the last second. Lit up the ice the other way.
Hurley Kane just leveled Anthony Rosetta.
Kane will have tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday as his final home games as the University of Colorado Buffalo. He's one of a few guys that was on the team last year. He returned to play this year. He's the team captain. He's technically the second oldest on the team. Luke Nightenbach, the league comes in at the oldest at 23.
And what a difference a year makes for Hurley Kane. Last season was just a lost year for Colorado hockey, but he came back for his senior year and done special things with the Nightenbachs, hoping to do a few more.
Started off the year as a defenseman, but has been pushed forward as a forward as of late. He's liked the change, even getting a goal as a forward. It's Matt Hefter, though, at center ice. He has it poked away from him. Luke Nightenbach, though, right behind him to bail him out. Parker Dietz, one of the only true freshmen on this team, will send it in and go off for a change. Sent away as George Gruber flies down on a forecheck. Wildcats try to break out of the zone, and they do. It'll be Roy Grandoff. He'll dump it in right at Lechner, and Lechner will hang on to the puck. 11:41 remaining in the opening period of play. Scoreless at 0. Fun matchup, though, so far. Good back and forth.
It's been entertaining. It feels like these two teams are really still feeling each other out. It's been, almost 2 months since they last played, and neither one has really gotten the kind of shots they would want, but they're passing well, they're moving well, and Colorado's been doing a good job of keeping the pressure off of Matt Lechner.
Colorado trying to catch this Arizona team with some bus legs, maybe trying to adjust to the altitude, but give the Wildcats credit. They've jumped out here in the first period and looked sharp. It's Pierce Matty, though, who's going to lead the rush. He takes some contact coming over the blue line. Prevented him from getting into the offensive zone. They'll go for it again, though. Long ice pass intended for Nitchin is on net, so Patrick will locate it into the corner. Played up against the boards. It'll be Griffin Dunn who tries to get it out of the zone. It'll be Kirk Van Arkel who will send it in. Gleason plays it up against the boards. Comes forward now. Into Vasquez. Vasquez fires off the mitt. Oh, Lechner, good save. Blocks it down into the corner. Mick Bruce from behind the net will poke it free. Looking to hit Pierce Matty up against the boards. Matty couldn't quite find it, and it'll be deflected up into the Colorado bench and out of play.
Well, solid glove save there by Matt Lechner. I think he was a little surprised he didn't catch that. It went off the tip of his glove, but very solid first 10 minutes for the backup goalie.
10:48 remaining in the first period. We are still scoreless from Boulder. Thanks for joining us on your Thursday night, wherever you are. Bruce will send it in just above the net. It'll be backhanded away into the corner to Jake Bauer. Bauer will poke at it. Jarman will come to bail him out. Jarman along the boards will escape to the circle, fires one, deflected in front, goes straight down at the circle, and the Wildcats will break out. With it is Wilkinson. Wilkinson's got some speed. Fire! Saved there by Lechner, and he'll hang on for the save. Robbie Wilkinson with some open ice speed, getting ahead of the pack there, getting a nice little Shot on net.
Yeah, that was a nice open look. Wilkinson getting behind the Colorado defense. They did not get back quickly enough, but shot really not threatening. The backhander just straight into the chest of Matt Lechner.
Robbie Wilkinson, a dangerous offensive player. 11 goals, 10 assists, good for 21 points on the year. He's second on the team in goals. Shane Gleason's got 12, as well as William Poynton. Poynton's got 12 assists, only 2 goals. Played forward, though, to be Dylan Carter. Carter has it taken away, so it'll come to Matt Anders for Colorado. Anders brings it in, drops it now. Jarman fired, saved by Patrick, comes behind the net again. Anders trying to jam it in on the wraparound. Anders still in the corner, sends it to Bauer. Bauer will operate from behind. He'll be taken away from the puck. Finally gets it free to the corner to his teammate Thomas Jarman. Calling for the puck across the ice is Coyne, unable to get it to him there, so he'll send it behind the net again. Bauer battles down there. Anders pokes it free to the Wildcats, who will send it down the length of the ice, and this one should go for an icing call. And it will. Faceoff will come all the way back down to the other end. Chad Berman's squad's going to have to stay on the ice. Talked to Coach Berman most recently down when we were at the Tucson Convention Center. Didn't catch up with him before the game tonight, but really nice guy. Always fun to talk to, especially visiting coaches that are willing to talk. Some coaches, a little more reserved. Chad, very nice guy to chat with. Poked in around the boards. Matt Hefter will come in from the point to keep that one in. Hurley Kane out there for the first time with this line. It's Oz to Hefter. Hefter fires one just wide. Wraps around the boards, though, to Nightenbach. Nightenbach went through traffic. Never got on net. Hefter, though, will keep the line. Trying to handle around O'Dea. He does. Wrapped up against the glass. Nightenbach will scamper back to his position, electing to go back out to the neutral zone and clear again. So the Wildcats will finally get a change. They'll play up to Hurley Kane. Kane's there with Bradford. Kane with a slap shot from the outside. Goes just wide. Puck will jump forward now to Nowicki. Nowicki will send it through some traffic. Played up now to Hogan. Hogan pokes it free to the left side. Loses it. And it'll be sent all the way down the length of the ice. It was deflected, so no icing call here. Patrick will come out of his crease to lay it off for his teammate. Up come the Wildcats. It's Hogan. Hogan through some traffic, finds Olsen. Olsen fire, kick save there by Lechner. Rebound and poked home. I believe that one's going to go to Brian Hogan. Poking in the rebound, and it's 1-0 Arizona Wildcats.
Well, Matt Lechner was just out of position on that rebound. He was drifting towards the initial shot, but the shot was going away from his body, so he had to kick his leg out to save that, and that just put him too far out of position to play the rebound.
8:28 remaining in our opening period. Hogan with the goal. 1-0 Wildcats. A lot of disappointment on the Colorado bench right now as I'm looking across. I see some long faces.
But again, there you see the speed of these Arizona forwards starting to assert themselves. They again got behind the Colorado defense and made Lechner make the save himself, and he couldn't.
Nitchin in, rebound, held there by Patrick, stonewalling Pierce Matty. John Nitchin made a great play to get to the net. Patrick, though, a sprawling save, stopped that and the rebound opportunity from Matty. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the play per usual. And it's 2 brilliant saves, though, by Garrett Patrick.
He's having a heck of a first period, that Garrett Patrick. I mean, that's about the 3rd or 4th goal he could have allowed that he single-handedly stopped on his own. I mean, he's gotten very little help from his defense at times tonight.
Same crew will stay on the ice for Colorado. Bauer, Anders, and Jarman with Coyne and Kardash. Anders wins it to Bauer. Anders has been brilliant in the face-off department as a Buffalo. Coyne sends one on net, blocked though. Played back to Kardash. Good saucer pass cross ice. One touch. Coyne a blast from the outside. Stopped in front of the net by the defenseman. And it'll come out to center. Anders will cycle back, look across to Kardash, elects to bring it in himself. He'll handle around 3 guys. Fires. Blocked in front. And he'll be brought out of the zone now by the Wildcats. It's Vasquez. Vasquez will poke it in around. Lechner comes out of his net to play it. He'll backhand it going the other way. It's Anders. He'll lead it off for Bauer. Bauer looks to lead the rush to Jarman. Jarman sees the puck jump away, but he regains possession as he handles over the line. Looks to Bauer. Fires one. Good save there by Garrett Patrick. And he'll hang on again.
Patrick, once again, just keeping the Buffaloes out of this game. He has been a stone wall.
Colorado and Arizona, no Strangers in competition. These two teams play in the Pac-12 Conference in Division I athletics, as well as the Western Collegiate Hockey League here in the ACHA. Always fun when the Wildcats come to town. It's not necessarily a border war, but these two teams are very familiar with each other in several sports.
Well, football, basketball, the Wildcats have been getting the best of the Buffaloes past few years. But
yeah, especially basketball. Played down to Nitchin. Nitchin will return it back to Hefter. Hefter loses it over the line and will have to escape out of the zone to try again. It's Luke Nightenbach. Nightenbach will be shouldered over the puck. Gets it forward, though, to Hurley Kane. Kane will extend the stick and poke it 3 into the corner. Kane doesn't know where the puck is. It's behind him. Nitchin will wrap it up. 6:49 remaining in the first period. 1-0 Wildcats on Thursday night. Nitchin and Matty battling down low with Nowicki. Nightenbach tries to leave it for Wiggins. Not a good effort, so it'll be brought the other way by Arizona. Looking into the slot, it'll be Wilkinson. Wilkinson loses it. Knocked down by Nightenbach, and he'll play it free to Matty. Matty tries to backhand it across the ice to Aswani, who was waiting for it along the line, just couldn't get it there. Dylan Carter will play it up the ice. It'll be Alex Odea. Odea has it poked away by Matt Hefter. Hefter will chase back into his own zone. Wildcats will go off for a change, giving Colorado a little bit of time to breathe. Hefter will handle around a forechecking forward. Hefter sends a blast. That goes knocked down in front, and Garrett Patrick will jump on top of it again.
Great individual effort there by Matt Hefter to get the puck into the zone himself. That shot, though, not the highest percentage shot you can take, especially for a defenseman who's got a man in front of him and got his teammates trailing.
Hefter only 1 goal on the year. He does have 12 assists. And I remember watching him during his junior career. He played as both a forward and a defenseman, and he definitely has that offensive talent to get to the net and score. It's tough to do it from the blue line, but you saw there shades of his forward day coming out.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to see that kind of puck handling ability on any defenseman, and you'd love to get any offense that you get from him is a nice bonus.
Played over the line, it's going to be Hogan. Hogan will drop pass it for Olsen. Olsen fires, and a good save by Lechner. Well, I think Olsen thought he had him beat on that play.
Well, he did. He just didn't place his shot well. He sent it right into Lechner's chest.
5:38 remaining in the first period of play. 1-0. It was Brian Hogan who had the opening goal for the Wildcats. Palanchik against the boards, plays it forward now to George Gruber. Gruber will poke it in and go after it himself. He's one of the fastest skaters I've seen in the entire league this year. It's not only that he's got that natural speed, it's the effort he always gives. Those long, hard strides.
Gruber, an excellent forechecker, too.
He and Jarman are among the best on this team. Played out to Kardash at the line. Cards will loft it in. Goes into the opposite corner. Palanchik will chase after it. Palanchik, no shabby himself. He's very, very fast. Remember at the beginning of the year, we had a Gruber, Palanchik, Van Arkel line. Those guys were flying. My goodness.
that's going to be a tripping penalty on Eric Kardash.
Kardash got his stick up in the legs of Kyle Griffin, and so that'll lead us to our first Arizona Wildcat penalty of the evening. Wildcats coming on tonight, 17.5% on the power play.
Not good.
Not good.
Colorado's penalty kill, 87%. Pretty solid. Against Colorado State, though, it was unbelievable. They held the Rams to 1 for 8 on the power play in that game, and their penalty kill really kept them in the game.
So Kardash, 2 minutes for tripping. 4:46 remaining in the first period of play. A little bit of a gut check time for Colorado. In the corner is Alex Odea. Odea will send it down low. It'll be poked away, though, by Hefter to Nightenbach. Loses it through the slot. Bauer tries to poke at it. Wildcats regain possession. Minute 38 remaining on the power play. Cross-ice pass comes to Dylan Carter. Carter will be chased down by Bauer. Maintains it, though. Carter walks in, goes along the goal line. Sends it out to the point. Firing on net. Deflected off of the stick of Jarman. Kept through, though. Huge hit from behind by Jarman. And it'll be played forward now to Bauer. Colorado's going to have a 3-on-1 if they hurry here, shorthanded. Bauer's got it. Across ice now to Jarman. Fires one that goes just high. Bauer, though, will pick it up and send it back into the neutral zone wisely to eat off some penalty kill time.
Oh, that was a beautiful chance for Jarman. He had Patrick beat high. He just couldn't get it in the net. A little too much elevation on that one.
A rare 3-on-1 odd man rush, shorthanded for Colorado. Bauer had a good placement. Nick Bruce absolutely just leveled a Wildcat, and that's going to draw a penalty. We're going to have a 5-on-3. Someone, I can't tell, it's against the glass as Lechner makes a save. But Mick Bruce absolutely collided at full speed with it. Who does it look like? That's number 14, Orion Olsen. And I think this is going to draw a boarding penalty. And they're going to send Bruce back to the locker room.
Wow.
And that's a huge hit to Colorado if he's done for the game. Make a top defenseman on this team. Leveling Orion.
And I'm not sure if I agree with the boarding call there. The hits always look worse when they come from Mick Bruce.
He's a heavy hitter. We'll keep our ears open. They put 5 minutes up on the board against Bruce. So it'll be 5-on-3 for 43 seconds and then an extended power play for the Wildcats. We'll see what the exact call is, but I'm assuming it's going to be a major call for boarding. He could have been sent back to the locker room just because there's only 3:35 remaining in the first period. So he might have not been ejected, but we'll keep our ears open.
We'll find out during the intermission, and now Anders goes off the ice. The Buffs did have 4 guys out there.
Penalty box is still open. Colorado's got to probably send someone to serve that penalty, and it looks like it's going to be Wiggins.
Mick Bruce had a fantastic game against Colorado State, too. He was throwing the hard hits, but it was just the threat of getting hit by him, caused Colorado State players to pull up on their rushes and dump passes harmlessly into the boards.
So it's a game misconduct and a 5-minute major to Bruce for contact to the head. So they're very careful, of course, with head contact. So a game misconduct, 5-minute major against Mick Bruce. He is done for the night. Played out to the point. It'll be Nowicki. Nowicki crosses it. Shot on net, saved by Lechner from the outside. That was Olsen. Olsen, who was hitting to the boards moments ago, is all right. He is out there right now. Olsen crosses it over. 8 seconds remain on the 5-on-3. Sent down low by Campbell. Comes in front. Olsen back up top to Nowicki. Nowicki to the far side. Fired on net. Saved by Lechner. He'll dive on top of it as the 5-on-3 has expired. Congregation in front of the net, pushing and shoving after the play. But it's back to the drawing board for Coach Neinbach. They got to find someone to jump back on the D-line with Bruce. I believe Bruce was paired up tonight with John Dora.
Colorado already extremely thin on the deep with their defensemen. You got to wonder if they'll move Hurley Kane back to defense now.
Face-off won again by the Wildcats. They've got 4 minutes and 10 seconds now on a power play. Shot on net is put home, run off the face-off by Alex O'Dea. 2-0 Wildcats. A power play goal, and they'll remain on the power play as it was a major penalty.
And that's where this is really costly. And Colorado's penalty kill, failing it this time, they're out of position off of the face-off, and Matt Lechner just couldn't get across the net in time.
Energy kind of sucked out of the building right now. There's still 2:43 remaining in this period. Colorado's got to make it out of this period in this game. One forward off the draw by Anders. Anders has got it. He'll flip it forward over Wilkinson. Wilkinson will pin him up against the board. That'll draw 3 Wildcats, and Wilkinson will come out of the pile with it. 3:56 remaining on the 5-on-4 for the Wildcats. Again, a major penalty, game misconduct assessed against Mick Bruce for head contact.
And I have to say, from my angle, it looked like he hit him in the shoulders, and it was Olsen who he hit his head into the boards, but I didn't see contact to Olsen's head from Mick Bruce.
Patrick will play it from his crease. Long ice passes on the mark to Vasquez. Vasquez loses it, flipped up in the air, and it'll be gloved by Matt Lechner.
And like we said earlier, Mick Bruce is just so big that when he hits a smaller guy, it just looks worse than it is. You kind of equate it to a guy like Cam Chancellor in the NFL, who's so big and so strong that he'll put on a tough legal hit and he'll be penalized just because it looks bad.
No tolerance policy, though, across many sports as a shot on net is saved there by Lechner. in the wake of all the concussions, basically really started to roll with the NFL, but I mean, hockey leagues from pee-wees all the way up have no tolerance policies now for head contact, and that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, you can't legislate concussions completely out of the game and
say bye, Lechner on the play.
And you have to draw the line. It's so tough. It's so tough because you have to protect them. You have to protect them from lifelong brain trauma and from early brain damage. But
especially as college students, because they've got to go to class on Monday. Remember, Hurley Kane took a real nasty spill in the corner last year, and the first thing I thought is he okay? Second or third thing I thought is, how's he going to go to class on Monday?
But concussions are inevitable in any contact sport like this.
Broken out of the corner by Colorado. Played forward to Hefter. Hefter will leave it off for Van Arkel. Van Arkel walks in, fired. Oh, and it slips through the crease. Patrick had lost sight of it. Wildcats will rush up the ice the other way. It's Campbell. Campbell's got it. Fires one high up around the glass. Kept it at the point, though, by Gleason. Gleason will be met there by Hefter. Hefter will bring it free. Van Arkel tries to glove it down. Can't get it out of the zone. It'll be Griffin who puts one off the ball and in. 3-0 Wildcats. That's 2 power play goals.
Well, a good job there by Griffin. He froze Luke Nightenbach. Nightenbach, the only defenseman back. He had to decide between Griffin and his teammate who was sliding in front of the net. Didn't make up his mind, didn't commit either way, and it's 3-0. A bad turnover, though, by Kirk Van Arkel in the defensive zone. Buffs still have half this power play left to kill off.
2:33 remaining on the power play. Only 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining in the period. You have a feeling that Colorado just wants to get out of this one and into the locker room and draw something else up. It started out all Colorado, but that penalty, major penalty to Mick Bruce, has now warranted 2 power play goals. Kyle Griffin got the goal on that one. Under 1 minute remaining now in the first. Wildcats still on the power play for another 2 minutes and 10 seconds. This will carry over to the second period. Pierce Matty can't quite get it out. Kept in the zone. It's Grandov in the corner, wrapped around the boards. Jarman will knock down a man. It's Olsen. Jarman will handle around Olsen into the zone, and Matty will collide with him as Olsen's going to have words for him. The two will congregate against the boards with Dorr and Jarman. Jarman and Olsen having a conversation about something. Right in front of us now, referee trying to get in the middle of it. Matty's got a real tough hold on Olsen. .3 remaining in the opening period. Tempers are flaring.
Yeah, that's to be expected. Yeah, I mean, you got to think that Olsen and his teammates want some revenge for that shot Mick Bruce put on Olsen. He tried to land one on Pierce Matty right there. It didn't take, and Matty wasn't happy about it.
Face-off won by the Wildcats back into their own zone. 25 seconds remaining in the opening period. It'll be O'Dea. O'Dea will leave it off the glass. It'll come behind out of Kardash. Kardash in the corner. Sends it to Coyne. Coyne with 15 seconds elects to skate forward. Sends it over to Nitchin. Nitchin will slam it across into the corner. 9 seconds remaining here in the period. It'll be wrapped up behind. And Coach Berman yelling from the outside, eat it. Anders will slap one on. And that'll be the end of our first period of play.
And it could not have ended soon enough for Colorado.
We'll start the second period with 1:25 on the power play for the Wildcats. As the Buffaloes will head to the locker room, they have quite an uphill battle to face for the rest of this game. They trail 3-0, 2 power play goals on a major game misconduct penalty assessed to Mick Bruce for head contact.
And what's so frustrating about that is, that, though I don't agree with the game misconduct call, if you're Mick Bruce, you have to know that Colorado has been notorious for committing dumb penalties all season, so they're not going to get the benefit of the doubt on 50-50 calls from the referees. You have to know that if you're about to board a guy, the refs aren't going to take kindly to that, and they're not going to assume that you didn't go for the head.
We're going to step aside, but when we come back, we'll have Jeff Nightenbach joining us for the first intermission coaches interview. I'm Joe Paris alongside Tommy Wood. Your score after one period of play, 3-0 in favor of the Arizona Wildcats. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the coaches interview right after this. All right, welcome back into Boulder, Colorado, joined now by head coach Jeff Nightenbach and his daughter Eva. Eva, say hi.
Wave. You say hi? Say hi, Joe.
Hi, Eva.
Say hi, Joe.
High fives? Fist bump? Cutest interview ever. Real quickly, tough break. Mick Bruce, game misconduct, he's done. Extended power play, they scored twice. They've still got over 2 minutes to go. How do you get back in this game?
Boys got to show a little emotion out there. That was probably the worst period we played all year. I don't know if they can't play with no fans in the crowd or what, but there was zero energy. You know, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm not a rah cheerleader kind of guy. So they gotta figure that out with themselves and see what happens.
It is a 3-0 game, and there are 3 huge games this weekend. What is the message in the locker room right now, though? Because you don't want to call it a must-win, but this weekend you got to pick up a win somewhere.
It is. This is a must-win. Every game from here on out is a must-win. I'd say this has got to be playoff hockey, and if that's what you got in the playoffs, you don't deserve to go on any further than that. So.
How are you feeling about the newish line combinations? You have Deeth playing out with Gruber and Palanchik. They seem to be flying a little bit.
Well, we had a couple guys that were sick, so I threw them up there. That line looks really good. We had a bad change. We had a couple chances to clear the puck out of the zone, and we never did. So we'll figure it out here.
Salvato out with the back injury. Timetable on his return?
It's hopefully tomorrow or the next day. Should be all right. I think it's just sore muscles. He had surgery over the off season, so he's kind of still fighting that.
We'll let you get back to the locker room and drop the plan, but Coach Nightenbach and his daughter Eva joining us.
Say thanks, Joe. Say thanks, Joe. Thanks, Joe. Say
Hi,
thanks,
Eva.
Joe.
Aw,
Thanks, Joe.
you're welcome, Eva. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back into Boulder, Colorado. Getting ready to start off the second period of action. Colorado trails the visiting Arizona Wildcats 3-0 after 1 period of play. Back-to-back power play goals on a 5-minute major assessed to Mick Bruce. He is done for the evening. A minute 25 still remains on that power play for Arizona to start off the second period.
And that's so frustrating, Joe, because Colorado was having a pretty good period up until that point. They were even doing well on that first penalty kill, but then they went down 5-on-3. They allowed 2 goals on the major power play, and that just completely changed the complexion of the game.
So clock reset for 20 minutes. We're ready to do it again. Colorado will starting off the period again. They've got to kill off the rest of this power play. Arizona on the night, in the midst of a power play right now, is 2 for 3. Those are some pretty good power play numbers. Got the calculator out during the intermission, Tommy. That's good for 66.67%. And they've got it again. Shot on net. Saved by Lechner. Lechner will again start off this second period. We saw Alex Palumbo loosening up behind the bench during the intermission. We thought maybe he'd get the start here in the second, but he will start that on the bench. Lechner will be given the go-ahead. And it's not like it's been his fault. It's really been 3 good goals by the Wildcats. So 40 seconds remaining on the power play. Just underway here in the second period of play. Live from Boulder at the beautiful Student Rec Center. For those of you asking, this is year 2 of this new rink. It was put forward last October for the first time. Colorado only getting to play about 3/4 of the year in this building last year. Jarman will chase it down for Colorado. He's immediately pushed off the puck. Anthony Rosetta will send it back into the corner. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Good play there by Palanchik. Palanchik forechecking, got Jarman coming through the slot. Misses it. Comes back out to Coyne, who will send a blast. That one blocked in front. Wiggins comes out of the box. He was serving the 5-minute major in favor of Mick Bruce. Kept in, though, by Jarman. Colorado needs to respond here quickly. Put in front to Oz. Out to Coyne. A send on net. Another one fired. One that goes just above the net. Comes back down to Jarman. Buff starting to roll here. Goes back to Coyne. Coyne looking to tee it up again. Instead, he'll go back to Jarman. Jarman misses the puck. Loses it behind him to Coyne. Coyne keeps it. Coming through traffic. Shot saved by Patrick. Rebound down in the crease. And this one will be sent down the length of the ice by the Wildcats. and will go for an icing. Appropriate response.
The Buffaloes looking a little bit like they did at the start of the first period when they were putting all the pressure on the Wildcat defense and forcing Patrick to make several spectacular saves. But at this point, obviously there are still 2 periods of hockey left to play, but you wonder how much good it will do.
Dora from the outside will send one on net. Is deflected off of a stick and redirected. Huge collision from Holy Kane. Wow. Holy Kane absolutely just annihilated Robbie Wilkinson. Wilkinson having a hard time getting up. He is down on the ice. Referees are going to finally blow their whistle. Oh boy, Hurley Kane teeing off on Wilkinson there. I don't think I've seen Hurley deliver something like that ever.
Wow, I mean, Hurley has about 4 inches and 25 pounds on Robbie Wilkinson, but wow, what a hit.
Wilkinson tried to get up on his own power, and he immediately went back onto 2 knees. He will be helped back to the bench. Declines help from the trainer. We'll keep our eyes on him, but boy, oh boy, Robbie Wilkinson was put down hard. Looks to be all right.
But a play like that might be just what Colorado needed to give themselves any semblance of a spark to try to get back into this game.
17:38 remaining in the second period. Mitchin wrapped up on the faceoff. It will be sent back for the Wildcats to Will Poynton. 3-0 in favor of Arizona, but Colorado showing a lot of life here to start things off in the third. We know that this team is not a quiet bunch. Referee's got his hand up, and we're going to get a whistle, I believe, on John Dora as he ran into Jason Efforts behind the play. So the Wildcats will go back on the power play. Dora can't believe it.
And just when Colorado was starting to look like themselves again, they commit a dumb penalty and, get back on a man disadvantage. And this has been what's killed them all season. Against Colorado State, they were able to survive it. They were able to kill off 7 of 8 power plays, but tonight a different story.
This will be Dora's 67th and 68th penalty minutes on the year. He leads the team in that category by a lot.
By 21 minutes, actually. Wow.
So Dora off 2 minutes for interference. 17:10 remaining here in the second period of play. 3-0 Wildcats. They are 2 for 4 on the night on the power play because of the extended 5-minute major assessed in the first period. Sent free by Gruber. Buffs not giving up, though. They've shown a lot of life here to start off the second period. Minute 25 remaining on the penalty to Dora. Brought into the zone by Dine. Dine will send it around the boards. Matt Hefter anticipates a tee-off and said he'll wrap it up and send it to Nightenbach. Nightenbach will be pushed up from behind by Griffin Dine. Sent out to the point. It'll be Gleason.
We've got a delayed penalty coming up on Luke Nightenbach.
And Nightenbach ran into a Wildcat, and this is going to draw another 5-on-3. Colorado getting the penalty trouble here tonight. Is that Shane Gleason, I believe? Nope, correction. That's going to be Alex Vasquez. Vasquez took a hit from the much bigger Nightenbach.
He's very shaky as he leaves the ice.
That's Griffin Dine. It's Griffin Dine. 1-3, not 2-3. So 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 4 seconds, and it'll be a 56-second 5-on-4 for the Wildcats. 16:27 remaining here in the second period. Hogan will push the draw forward for the Wildcats. Kardash, though, will wrap it up around the boards, and it'll go all the way down.
That was a frustration penalty from Luke Nightenbach, but it's too early in the game to start handing out frustration penalties. You still have 45 minutes of hockey, 35 minutes of hockey.
Hogan in, fire, saved by Leckner, pushed just wide. The call on Nightenbach will be 2 minutes for boarding. 39 seconds remain on the 5-on-3. Slap shot from the point goes just wide off of the stick of Nowicki. Nowicki wants it again, though. Misses the pass, and it'll trickle all the way back down into the zone. He's going to have a race, though, with Coyne. Coyne's going to beat him there. Luke Coyne shorthanded. Will bring it up into the corner. Will dance around him. Wraps him up in the corner. Pokes free. Sent around. Kardash is going to come in from the neutral zone and wrap it up. Cards will set it back to Jake Bauer. And Bauer will flip it up against the glass, killing off some power play time against Arizona.
Great forecheck by Coyne on the 5-on-3. You hardly ever see something like that, but he raced down the ice, beat the Wildcats to the puck, and killed off a good 20 seconds of this power play.
Door out of the box. Anders will send a long ice pass intended for Jarman. Patrick will come out of his net to play it. 47 seconds remain here on the 5-on-4 advantage for the Wildcats. They are now 2 for 5 on the night. Shot sent up against the glass will come out to the point, to Poynton. Poynton will pinch it in. Hefter battling against the boards will poke it free. Jarman's going to race after it. He's going to have Gleason to beat. Jarman gets there first, slings one on net, taken down from behind, and Colorado is going to draw a penalty as Gleason took Jarman down from behind. It's going to be a tripping call. 23 seconds of 4-on-4.
That was a fantastic play by Jarman. I can't tell which Wildcat it is. I believe William Poynton. He had no choice but to trip Jarman. He was spinning around, and he was about to have a wide open shot on Garrett Patrick.
So the captain, Gleason, will take a seat. 23 seconds of 4-on-4, and then Colorado will have a 41 minute and 47 second power play. Look at that, math on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
Didn't even use the calculator on that one. I used my brain.
And this is what's been so frustrating about this game. I know we've sound like broken records using that word tonight, but Colorado has not played badly. They've just committed stupid plays and put themselves in bad positions, and the Wildcats have taken advantage.
Kardash races in from the point to send it into the corner. Poked free, though, and sent out to the neutral zone by the Wildcats. Roy Grandov will send it all the way in as we are now back to a 5-on-4 for Colorado. The puck was iced, though, when it was 4-on-4. Robbie Wilkinson, who did go to the locker room for Arizona, has returned to the bench. I believe it's probably an equipment issue. He looks all right. But Colorado on their second power play of the night now. They are 0 for 1. Again on the air, Colorado, 22.2%. They've got a minute 33 to try to increase that, but more importantly, cut into this 3-0 lead. Wrapped up in the corner, Nitchin has it poked away by Rosetta. Rosetta will send around the boards. Kardash keeps it in. He gets hit down from behind. Battling at the blue line, the Wildcats will win that effort. Odea's got it. He'll skate back, and they'll eat some penalty kill time.
Not very aggressive. They had a chance to try and push that, maybe get a 2-on-1 in transition, but they elect to sit back and just let time tick away.
Coyne will lay it off back to Kardash. Kardash will immediately hit Coyne cross ice. He'll find Nitchin skating out of the zone. Here comes John. Nitch through the slot. Shot, score! John Nitchin, coast to coast. Stops up in the slot and sends one post in.
Back down the boards. Net by Coyne. And now here come the Wildcats. Buff's trying to get back.
All right, thank you, Tommy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hold on. Keep calling the action. I got to talk to Kaylee.
Here come the Buffs. This is Jarman. He handles around a man. He's got a chance. And we're going to have a delayed penalty.
Back up.
As soon as the Wildcats touch up, Lechner comes off the ice. The Buffs have a 6-on-5 now. There's Coyne in the corner, and the Wildcats touch up, and we'll see what this penalty is.
All right. We were off the air. Tommy kicked us off the air, literally. There it is.
I mean, yeah, that's what happens when the box is on the ground behind my foot.
Nope, no one's pointing.
Oh.
What?
We're good.
We're good, yeah.
We're good.
Of course we're good.
So that penalty is going to be on Nick Hinsberg. I didn't see the call, but it is a 2-minute penalty, so the Buffs have their third power play of the night. They are 1 for 2.
All right. Thank you to Fishbert, one of our biggest fans in the world, Fishbert, for notifying us on Twitter that we were off the air. And now we're back.
Oh, and Nightenbach just got creamed into the boards.
Played out to the point now to Hefter. Colorado, who scored on their last power play, needs another one here, and it'll be sitting right out of the zone. So Nick Hinsberg in the box. Colorado's got 36 seconds remaining on the power play. That should be incorrect.
Yeah. They only put a minute up on the scoreboard instead of 2.
So the score department,
they need to fix that clock. The Buffs should have a minute 26 left, not 26 seconds.
Minute 26 remaining. They have just corrected the score clock. My goodness, Tommy, what a series of events. We're okay, though.
Well, I'll try not to step on anything anymore.
Please don't. Gave me a heart attack. Send it out to Kardash. Kardash goes across now to Matt Hefter. Hefter will send it through to Matty. Matty backdoor, gets a rebound, shot, score! Pierce Matty, a power play goal!
Beautiful two-man game there between Pierce Matty and John Nitchin. Matty had it in front of the net. Nitchin on the side. They just passed back and forth until Matty got the open look, and the Buffs are right back in it, Joe.
It's 3-2, and this is the response Jeff Nightenbach wanted from his team. A power play goal from Pierce Matty. That's 2 power play goals here tonight. Nitchin on the assist.
That's 2 power play goals in less than 5 minutes for Colorado. Not something we're used to seeing from the Buffaloes.
Turnabout is fair play, Tom. Face-off will be won back by the Wildcats. But our score is 3-2. Sent through the neutral zone by Alex O'Dea. He'll send it forward now to Hogan. Hogan loses it to Kardash. Kardash will slam it forward now to Gruber. Gruber being followed there by Polanchik. He'll walk it in over the line. Dietz picks it up against the glass. Wildcats will free it up and send it down the ice. Kardash will skate back for it. He'll wrap around, sends it down, comes free now to Polanchik. Polanchik over the line, he's flying past the circle, has it poked away at the last second. Gruber, though, will send it down low for him. Coyne will come out of nowhere, tries to poke it free and does. Comes over now to Gruber. Gruber goes over to Kardash. Kardash centers one in front to Dietz, couldn't get it home.
Dietz just whiffed on that one, he was wide open.
Sent down low, Wildcats trying to clear the zone. They're scrambling a little bit here. 2 quick goals by Colorado. 8:26 remaining here in the second period. Sent down low to Dietz. Dietz comes out of the corner with it. He'll cycle it back down low to Polanchik. Polanchik looks to Anders, then finds Bauer. Bauer fires one just above the glass. Kane with the blast on the outside. He scores! Holy Kane! A blast from the blue line, tipped off of Patrick, and we're tied at 3. Oh boy, on senior weekend, the captain, Hurley Kane.
Hurley Kane, that shot was unbelievable. off the miss by Bauer. That one, you can see it bend in the air, just go right over the blocker of Garrett Patrick, and the Wildcats don't know what hit them.
Kane may be the most surprised guy in the building right now. What a great reaction from Hurley. That'll go down for Hurley Kane as his second goal of the year. The captain, who started playing the game as a forward, who had to drop back onto the D-line, is rewarded for his effort. Wrapped around back to Anders. Anders fires one, it goes wide. Sent out to the point, Kane will backhand it back in. Comes through the slot, Anders will collide with the man, freeing it up for Jarman. Jarman will sling one high up into the rafters and out of play. That is the quickest 3 goals we've seen all season from Colorado.
Yeah, that was in less than 5 minutes, and you have to go back to the Colorado State game from a weekend ago. That was, as we said, really the first time all season that the Buffaloes responded positively to adversity and came out on top, and now it's like it's no big deal to them.
Really glad we got the internet stream running up again, because this has turned into a great game. I know the millions and millions out there tuned in are very happy. Played down in the corner, will be sent around to Hefter. Hefter at the blue line. They'll free it up. Finally, the Wildcats will clear their zone. Fans here very appreciative of the effort by Colorado. Lechner will grab the puck out of the air and hang on.
And Joe, it's like we said earlier, Colorado has been the better team when both of these teams are even strength. The only reason they were down, they gave up 2 goals on a 5-minute major, and once they survived that 3-on-5 early in the second period, it was like something just clicked.
Nitchin will win the draw back. It'll be poked out of the corner by Hefter to Pierce Matty. Matty out there with Nitchin and Van Arkel. This line has the potential to be something really special. On this run down, though, they are offsides.
Yeah, that wasn't too special.
It's usually how that works.
There.
As soon as you say it, something happens. It's called the broadcaster trick. This line will stay on the ice with the defensive pairing of Nightenbach and Hefter. A 3-3 game on Thursday night. This one could have been over after one period, but Colorado's come flying out in the second. Pierce Matty brings it in. He wants one. Fires it on net. Goes off of a leg. It'll be poked out by the Wildcats. First one there will be Campbell. Campbell will send it over to Gruenhagen. Gruenhagen's got it. Poked away from him. Comes to Nightenbach. Nightenbach's got Matty racing up the ice. He'll hit him there. Pierce brings it over the line. Poked away. Wildcats will send it into the corner. It's Campbell who sends it around the boards and then goes off for a change. Forechecker will be Kevin Golden. Matty will gather it at center ice. Gloved out of the air, though, by Vasquez. Vasquez will be pushed by Nitchin. So he'll have to send it back into his own zone. 6:22 remaining here in the second period. We're tied at 3. Jason Efforts gets hit hard into the boards. Comes back to Hefter. Hefter against the glass will come to Matty. Matty will handle around Efforts. Loses it at the line, so he's going to have to wait for the delayed offsides as Palanchik is a little bit slow to get back on sides, and that'll draw an offsides call.
Well, those 3 goals for Colorado, critical not just for this game, but, I mean, those could be the goals that end up deciding their fate for nationals.
Yeah, these games, every game in the next, I guess, month, you could say, to the end of February when Colorado finishes up the year in Fremont, Nebraska against Midland, you could look back to any single game and say, this is what made or break our trip to nationals.
And we can go into the ACHA's convoluted ranking systems in greater detail during the intermission, but this game is a must-win for Colorado if they've ever had one.
At the neutral zone, John Hogan will lose it. He'll send it back. Racing is Poynton. Poynton doesn't get there, though, as it's sent through the slot by Palanchik. Comes out, though. Coyne almost lined up a man. It's going to be a 2-on-1, though, with the puck is O'Dea. O'Dea tries to center it in front for Hogan. It was broken up, though, by some back-checking play by Dietz and Palanchik and Gruber. Sent out from the outside. It'll be a glove save by Matt Lechner, and he'll hang on. 5:19 remaining in the second period. Tied at 3. It was all Arizona in the first. They were up 3-0 after one, but Colorado with 3 goals so far here in the second period.
Buffs doing a complete line change. That Luke Coyne just whiffed on that check. He's been having a fantastic game up until that moment. That's where you'd like to see him just go for the simple stick check instead of trying to line someone up and allowing a 2-on-1.
Coyne has been a very pleasant surprise. He did not get much playing time in the early goings as he's a true freshman here, a young gun. But with the injuries, he's gotten to not only try and prove himself, but has earned a lot of ice time competing with the defensive core. John Dorr will send one on net. Save. Rebound to Jarman. Jarman fires. Save. What a save by Patrick.
Yeah, Jarman hesitated there. If he had pulled the trigger right away, that one might have gone home.
Garrett Patrick has made a handful of saves here tonight that have been brilliant, to say the least. Puck will be sent out of play off the stick of Kyle Griffin. So the faceoff will come into the neutral zone. 4:39 remaining in the second period. From the CU Student Rec Center. Beautiful night on Thursday in Boulder. We had temperatures in the 60s after a snowstorm yesterday.
It's a blizzard more than a snowstorm. It was insane. My car got stuck again.
It did?
Again.
I'm surprised you didn't call me to come get you. Saturday night, after the Colorado State game, I had to come pick up Tommy because his car got stuck in front of the journalism building. That's what friends are for.
Yeah.
Or broadcast partners. Whatever we are. We don't have to put a label on it. Oswani's got it. He'll bring it over the line. He's there with Bradford. Bradford will streak through the slot. Oz will try to find him there. Following the play is Wiggins, and he sends it just wide. Connor Wiggins could have sent that one home.
Oh, yeah. Patrick was badly out of position there.
You know he wants that one back. Picked up at center ice by Gruenhagen. John Gruenhagen over the line. Fires, saved by Lechner. He'll jump on top of it as it's loose, as Nightenbach got it into the goaltender. A good play there by Luke.
Once again, we've seen Matt Lechner struggle with a rebound. That one bounced off his chest, and he had to do all he could to get back on top of it and cover it. The one even-strength goal Colorado has allowed came off of a rebound that Lechner misplayed. That's about the 4th or 5th I've seen tonight that he hasn't handled well. Few blemishes in an otherwise solid game for the backup.
Played back to Matt Hefter. Hefter will try to escape from a defenseman. Chasing him down was Griffin Dine. Now over the line for Pierce Matty. Matty loses it in favor. Dine poked it away from him. Down goes Rosetta. Breaking up the ice is Jason Efforts. Efforts will leave it back. Fired on net. That one goes wide. The puck will come out to the blue line, though. It'll be poached in by Rosetta. Rosetta's pass off the glass. Came free. Vasquez. Vasquez sends it down low. Comes right back out to the point to Rosetta, who can't quite keep the line, as this one will come all the way back in behind the net of Garrett Patrick. 3:23 remaining here in the second period. Tied at 3. Both of these teams fighting for their playoffs lives. John Nitchin out there with Palanchik and Dietz. Nitchin fires one that goes just wide, looking for Palanchik on the back door. Kardash sends it back into the corner for Palanchik. Loses it to Kardash. Kardash with a blast. That one goes way outside. Just a bit outside, Scotty. Coyne puts it into the corner. Dine will poke it away. Come free, though. Shot by Palanchik goes just above the high riser. Kardash, nifty move against the boards. Fires, just doesn't get all of it. Gruber from behind, though. He's got it. He'll be chased down by Dine. Gruber's still got it. It's Coyne. Coyne fires one through some traffic. That goes deflected wide. Dietz will chase after it. Gruber out to Kardash. Kardash through some traffic. Scores! It goes over the stick of Palanchik and home. My goodness, what a redirection. I don't even think Palanchik saw that one. It didn't go off of the blade. It went off of the shaft of the stick, was deflected through, and that's going to be an Elliot Palanchik goal. 4-3 Colorado.
Man,
You talk about a good bounce. My goodness.
I think that was supposed to be a pass to Palanchik. Garrett Patrick wasn't following the puck. No one was. Palanchik didn't even see it coming. He wasn't even looking. It just bounced off his stick, and he got the favorable bounce. Maybe the luckiest goal Colorado has scored all season. But it counts just the same.
All he had to do was stand there. Easiest goal. Eric Kardash is going to have the most meaningful assist of the game, as he sent the shot on net. It just happened to go off of the stick of Palanchik. Right place, right time.
And now these Wildcats are starting to get frustrated, and with good cause. Can you believe what is happening in Boulder, Colorado tonight?
I know they say there's something funny in the air here, but something funny in the rink here tonight. 2:18 remains in the second period. Colorado's got 4 on the board, including 2 power play goals.
And Joe, remember, even at the beginning of this period, Colorado, they had the rest of the 5-minute major, then they were stuck in another 5-on-3. And since then, they've scored 4 unanswered goals.
It looks a little lethargic, to say the least. I dropped my pen. Thank you, Kaylee. Yeah, and they've come firing out here. My goodness. Wildcats will escape the zone. They look frustrated, to say the least. We're going to get a penalty on the play. I believe it's going to go against...
That looks like Dylan Carter. Perhaps not.
We'll see who they send to the box. Oh, they're actually... That's a mystery right now. Nobody.
Huh.
Referee had his hand up. Okay.
He was pointing at Carter, but...
Okay, maybe it's just offsides. We'll take it. Had enough of 5-on-4 here tonight.
Yeah.
Patrick will come out of his crease to play this one. He'll wrap it against the boards. Bauer will deflect it back to Dora. Dora sends one on net. Why not? Wildcats will break it out of the zone. Nobody rates the puck. Dylan Carter will get there first. He'll be pushed off by Dora. Comes free to Jarman. Jarman has Bauer with him. He looks up to him, and he'll hit him on the pass. Bauer over the line, looking to the slot. Sends it wide. Jarman chased after it. Deflected by the goaltender Patrick into the corner to Bauer. Bauer, a one-time pass opportunity, poked away. Jarman will handle it around O'Dea. Gleason. Then around the boards. Minute 19 remaining in the period. Dylan Carter from the top of the circle. Fires one in a glove save by Matt Lechner. Carter looking to go upstairs, but Lechner got the leather there first.
What a save by Lechner. And you can tell how much this game has changed. The Colorado bench, they're active, they're engaged, they're getting into it. And over on the Arizona side, they just look absolutely depressed.
Minute 13 remains in the second period. 4-3 Colorado. 4 straight goals, 4 unanswered goals here in the second period. It was all Arizona in the first, all Colorado in the second. I guess that's why you play all 60 minutes, right, Tom?
Yeah. I believe I said at the beginning of this first period that Colorado's newfound energy might be too little too late. And happy to be wrong.
It's the first time you've ever admitted that. Nitchin over the line, he's got Matty with him. Mitchin in front to Matty, poked it, and a good save by Garrett Patrick with 44.8 seconds remaining. That one was close.
Yeah, that was about as close as you can get to it not being a goal. Patrick kind of rode that one back towards the line. Really lucky for him that the ref blew his whistle because he was sliding backwards with the puck under him. Another couple inches and it would have been a goal.
No goal line technology in the ACHA. That I'm aware of. Maybe Liberty University has it.
Yeah.
They seem to have everything down there. 39 seconds remaining. It's been a long week. Sent into the zone by Gruenhagen. He'll be met up by Matt Hefter in the corner as well as George Gruber. Finally poked away. Palanchik will chase after it. He'll be met there by Tom Bennett. Bennett's got it. He'll look out to the point. He'll backhand it. Save it. It goes right through the middle of the legs of Matt Lechner. A goal by Roy Grandoff. We're tied at 4.
And yeah, that one's on Matt Lechner. That was really not a threatening shot. He just couldn't get his leg pads down in time, and it just kind of slowly snuck in through the 5-hole.
Yeah, I'm looking at the replay on our monitor right now, and it just poked right in between the 5-hole of Matt Lechner. 16.7 to go in the second. We're tied at 4. It's shaping up to be a good finish, Tom. Similar feel to the CU-CSU game last weekend. So Roy Grandoff with the late second period goal. A little bit of a damper on the run Colorado had here, but nothing to take away from Colorado. 4 goals here in the second. Colorado is way off sides. Time expires, though. The boys are going to meet up behind the net and have a little bit of a pushing and shoving match as Thomas Jarman's going to escape back to his bench. What a period! 4 Colorado goals. Elliot Palanchik, Pierce Matty, John Nitchin, and Hurley Kane scoring that period to put Colorado up 4-3 before Roy Grandoff tied it with 16.7 to go in the second period.
But even with that Grandoff goal, that might be the best period of hockey that Colorado has played all season. I mean, they entered the period with a minute and a half of a major penalty still to kill. They faced a 5-on-3 for the second time in the game, and they withstood it all. And they came back and scored 4 unanswered goals.
Alongside Tommy Wood, I'm Joe Paris. We're going to step aside, but we'll be joined by assistant coach Andy Knightenbach here in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're tuned into Colorado Hockey. Score after 2, University of Colorado Buffaloes 4, University of Arizona Wildcats 4. Exciting third period coming up after this.
Flame in the light.
We're back in Boulder, Colorado. I'm now joined by assistant coach Andy Knightenbach.
Hey Joe, how's it going?
It's going well. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty there in the second period, but we got most of it. Tommy stepped on the live stream box and knocked our feet off the air.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, so our apologies to you at home who had to cut out for a second, but we are back. We did get most of Colorado's impressive second period. You guys go down 3-0 heading into the first intermission and score 4 unanswered goals. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, it felt pretty good. That last one at the end stings a little bit. Right when you got momentum back on your side, something like that happens. That's hockey, though. You know, hockey's a game of momentum. So overall, we'll take that period. It's night and day from the first.
A little bit of a softie, though, of 16.7.
Yeah, you know, they got a guy that he broke out of the corner. Our guys were playing a little aggressive. We weren't on the D side of the puck, and that's what happens. You know, you miss one assignment, and that kind of stuff happens.
What's it feel like in the locker room after that first period? Did you even go in there? Because I would not want to be a fly on the wall after that first period.
It was a pretty quick word from us in there, but, you know, guys are, I don't know, I mean, you come out slow like that, there's not much to say, you know? It's a mental thing, so, like I said, we were only in there for a minute, but they got to figure it out.
And your brother Jeff said tonight was a must-win. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely, it's a must-win. When teams are ranked lower than you got to beat them more than if a team's ranked above you, you know? It doesn't do you any good to lose a game to a team that's ranked lower than you.
Now, last Saturday night was the first real close game that Colorado pulled out. And I have a feeling that tonight is going to be down to the wire as well.
Yeah.
How much do you think you took from Saturday?
You know what? It almost looks like we took too much. I think that may have something to do with why we came out slow. It was one of those things where it's like, oh, we beat CSU, you know, we're the greatest. I don't know. You just got the kind of feeling like, okay, we did our thing, but, you know, the guys got to realize it's going to be a battle. Just like tonight, it's going to be a 60-minute battle. That's how the season is. You know, you got to take it one increment at a time. So, you know, guys come out here, and we're hoping to put together a third period, 4-4. You know, we'll take that. They're off the bus. I wish we would have caught them early. Unfortunately, it went the other way for us. But, you know, 4-4 going into the third. It's an opportunity.
And how about Hurley Kane getting a goal from the point? He's got to step back there as Bruce was ejected. And on senior weekend, Hurley Kane, a really good deflection that went off the goalie and in.
Yeah, you know what? Hurley's got a great shot. He's got a hard shot. We saw it right there. It went off the goalie. Goalie couldn't harness it. And just like that, you know, a guy like Hurley steps in the lineup, comes through big for the team.
And finally, Colorado gets a really good break. An Eric Kardash shot goes right off the shaft of Elliot Polanchik and in.
Yeah, Kardash, he's been shooting a lot of pucks. You know, I'm happy to see it finally paying off. He's having a great game tonight. Him and Coyne, they're probably our strongest deep pair right now.
Oh, so, Coyner's had a great game out there.
Yeah, he's aggressive, and those two, they just really seem to feed off each other and play well. They're great. They're a great surprise for our team. You know, two young freshmen like that. It's been a real surprise on the bench.
Now, aside from being a hockey coach, Andy is now a freelance meteorologist. On Wednesday's show, he predicted very nice temperatures today, and he did a good job.
Huh? Yeah, I had a little help. You know, there's an app for that.
There is?
Sometimes I look, sometimes I don't. Yesterday I had a little help.
Okay. Well, we had a pretty accurate forecast for today.
Yeah, that's Kathy Saban. Shout out to her.
Okay. Well, Kathy's a good gal.
Yeah, she's good to us. She's good to us here at the U.
She does. The U.
She takes care of us.
Uh-oh. We got a knockdown trash can off screen. But, all right, real quick, always a point of conversation. Peacoat's back.
Peacoat's back. It's a chilly day, you know? It was a nice day. Chilly night.
Chilly in the rink.
So, yeah, you know what? Thursday, Friday, Saturday game, you got to find 3 different things to pull off, right?
3 outfits.
Yeah, so that's tough. That's the hardest part of my life. It's not like I have a deep closet. You
know?
No, man.
Suave guy like you?
Not a deep closet. I haven't been shopping in over a year. I told you, we went to the mall. It was probably the first time in 2 years. We went to the mall on the road. Where were we? Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a mall in years.
It was quite a trip to the mall with the Nightenbach brothers.
Yeah.
You don't hit the rack with Jeff?
I don't really hit the rack.
All right.
I don't know. Now, you know what? Now that we're coaching, it gives me an opportunity to go check out the rack now.
Go get some new pocket sauce.
That's right. Yeah.
I want you to know.
Pocket sauce that's critical.
I noticed brown buttons.
Brown buttons.
Brown in the tie. Brown in the shirt. Great job.
Hey, thanks, man.
That's
I
really good.
it.
You dressed up for these events.
Oh, gosh. I do what I can. For the boys.
I just wear company
for the
colors.
boys.
Always for the boys.
It is.
Well, Coach, we'll let you get back and go talk to the boys, but we're going to be back with the third period of action. It's going to be a fun one. Tied at 4 after 2 periods of play with Coach Nightenbach. I'm Joe Paris. Don't go anywhere. Third period coming up right after this. Third period time in Boulder. Joe Paris alongside Tommy Wood. 4-4 score after 2 periods of play. Can ask for a much better hockey contest for a Thursday night. I mean, it was all Arizona in the first, all Colorado in the second. But this next 20 minutes is going to decide it.
This is as good as he gets, though, and Joe, and this next 20 minutes might decide whether or not one of these teams goes to nationals.
That is very true.
It's a weird system they have there. There are 7 automatic berths. There are 20 teams total that go to nationals. 7 automatic berths. One of them will go to John Carroll University as they are the hosts this year. 6 others to the 6 conference champions in the ACHA.
6 of the conference champions.
6 of the conference champions.
The Power 6 conferences.
And then 13 at-large berths. And Colorado wants to get into one of those 13. The magic number is around in the top 17 teams in the country. The Buffs are at 18 right now.
Bernardo over the line. He'll try to dangle around a man. He's pushed away into the corner. But yeah, big opportunity here this weekend for Colorado, Tom. If they could pick up 2-3 victories, I mean, they could really seal the deal.
And the ACHA ranking system is all computers, no humans. It's very complicated. It's really difficult to explain. The Buffs, for instance,
shot on net from Hogan is gloved by Lechner.
the Buffs lost 3 straight games to Central Oklahoma and Oklahoma and climbed in the rankings, and then they didn't move at all after they beat CSU last weekend. So it's heavily weighted for strength of schedule. There are actually 2 computer rankings that are aggregated to create the top 25 poll. They do one ranking of wins by goal differential, and then another ranking of wins by strength of schedule.
And everything
average
is,
of 2.
yeah, everything's done on computers. It's very complicated. I've seen the formulas. Pretty impressive stuff. Shot from the outside by Dietz is gloved by Patrick.
But that's how it can work out, where you can have a team like Colorado at 11, 12, and 2, ranked 18th in the country, because they play in the WCHL. All 6 teams in the WCHL are ranked. It's, like we've said many times, the SEC of the ACHA.
They're not only ranked, they're ranked very highly. Palanchik fires one. Another one goes blockered into the corner. Elliott looked good here tonight. He's pushed into the net. Will go off. I spoke with Elliott's father actually during the intermission about his goal, and he said that Elliott's always had that knack for getting those great deflections that look lucky, but Elliott's father was telling me that he takes pride in getting into those spots and knocking the puck down towards the net, and that's exactly what Palanchik did.
Well, as Andrew Sharp of Grantland wrote about Tom Brady after the Super Bowl, luck is a skill.
Like Harvey Dent said in the Batman movie, create your own luck. Batman reference, check. 18-15 remaining here in the third period. Tied at 4. This is going to come the length of the ice for an icing call. All right. Well, Tom, I think I'm going to shamelessly promote myself right now. Tommy and I were both nominated for Broadcaster of the Year in the hockey department, basically for junior hockey leagues from around North America, and I made it into the top 40. So if you could check out the CU Hockey Twitter page and click on the link and go vote for me, Joe Paris, I would really appreciate that, because I haven't won anything since my participation medal at the 8th grade track meet.
You can vote for Joe once per day on all of your devices, so get it on your tablet, your laptop, your phone.
My participation ribbon from long jump is getting lonely on my bureau, so love to supplement that collection. Meanwhile, back on the ice, it's the Wildcats that'll break it up. It'll be Jake Campbell who will send it in. He'll take a dive down. Coyne pokes it over now to Jarman. Jarman has to avoid the referee. That would have not been a good collision for the referee. A little bit outsized by Jarman. Coming around the boards, waiting for it, there is Bauer. Bauer will leave it off for Anders. Anders looks up the ice and hits Jarman. Jarman's going to go 1-on-3. He'll work through one guy, but wrapped up by the second. Pushed off to the shadow of the board. Comes over now to Matt Anders. Anders to Hefter. Hefter at the top of the circle. Fires one in the glove save by Patrick.
Patrick playing strong to start this third period. A solid blocker save on Palanchik earlier and gloving that one away from Hefter. You'd think that giving up 4 unanswered goals like that in a period would damage his confidence, but he's back at it.
Played out to Hefter. Hefter comes across the ice. The Ninebuck will fire one through some traffic. Loose in front. Bradford couldn't slam it in as Patrick will jump on top of it. I know we've said it a few times here tonight. Maybe more than a few. Maybe like a dozen. But Garrett Patrick has played solid in between the pipes. And although there's a 4 spot up on the board, he has made, 6-7 saves here that could have gone either way.
Right, this could easily be a 10-4 game in Colorado's favor. Patrick made some spectacular saves early in the first period that allowed Arizona to build that 3-0 lead.
Sent out of the zone by the Wildcats. It'll come now to the defenseman Hefter. Hefter looks over to Wiggins. Instead, he'll try to force it through some traffic. Griffin Dine, though, had to come off of his leg. Puck goes straight up into the air, right in front of the Colorado bench. Dine will backhand it in behind the net. Lechner will come out of his net to play. I did get word during the intermission that Colin Champagne was supposed to play tonight, but he tweaked his hip flexor. And so the start did go to, obviously, Matt Lechner. We'll get an update on Champagne when it is available later this weekend. Wiggins will streak out of the zone. He'll glove it down. Wiggins has got a little bit of speed. Will handle around a man. Loses it in front of the slot. And a man goes flying into his own goaltender. That's William Poynton, who crashed into Garrett Patrick. And that's going to draw a penalty, I believe, against Colorado.
Poynton was pushed from behind into Patrick, but
it's going to be Bradford who's going to go to the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Referee's going to come over and check on the goaltender, Patrick.
Well, and Bradford, he went back. I think he might have hit his head on the crossbar. He'll skate it off.
He got his bell rung there. I hit the ice the other night just playing broom ball. That hurt. So I can only imagine what that felt like. So 2 minutes up on the board for an Arizona power play. Right off the face-off shot on net, deflected in front. Another one gloves out of the air by Lechner, and he'll hang on for the save.
Good glove save there by Lechner. And going back to what you're talking about with Champagne and his injury, it's really a luxury for Colorado to have 3 goalies who they know can come in and start, and they'll feel confident with their chances of winning the game.
Nightenbach going to look up the ice for Van Arkel, who's streaking out for a shorthanded chance. He'll be met up against the board, though, by Rosetta. Wildcats, this will be their 6th opportunity here on Thursday night. They are 2 for 5 thus far. Van Arkel battling down low, loses it, but does a good job to eat off some time off the clock. Wildcats will send it into the zone. You push up against the boards. Hefter will corral it back to Nightenbach. Nightenbach will whack it off the boards and will come all the way down into the Arizona zone. Minute 14 remaining on the power play. Sent through the neutral zone, deflected off the stick of Dylan Carter. Referee's not going to give him the benefit of the doubt there. He's going to call an icing call.
Yeah, they missed that one.
Trying to sneak onto the ice is Matt Nowicki. Referee with the eagle eye will send it back. Just get back, Nowicki. Get back on the bench. 1:09 remaining on the power play. 15:30 remaining here in our third period of action. And by action, I mean heavy action tonight. Some nights not so much. Tonight, oh yeah. You like goals. We've had 8 of them here tonight. Only had 7 last Saturday, Tommy. We've still got 15 minutes to play. Patrick will send it in behind his own net as John Nitchen will chase it down. Rotated off the boards by Nowicki. Loses it, though, to Gruber.
The Buffalo's forecheck has been unreal tonight. Even when they're short-handed, they have 2 guys up there just going hard.
Nitchen doing a good job to pin the puck up against the boards. Comes out of the corner, and now it's going to be an odd man rush, though, for the Wildcats. It'll be Roy Grandoff, who had the last one. He'll send it across. Great poke check by Kardash, I mean. Set on net way up into the air. That was an upper decker by Brian Hogan. That one looked to try to leave the arena. Kept in only by the netting and ceiling.
Well, Joe, and that's the risk you run when you send 2 forecheckers out when you're short-handed. The Buffalo's fortunate there. A fantastic play by Eric Kardash to stop the rush before it could do any real damage.
Head coach Chad Berman walking up and down his bench saying something to the boys on the Arizona side. Trying to get his boys pumped up. 15 seconds remaining, though, on the power play. Jake Bauer will send it out to Anders. Anders can't quite gather it with his feet, so this one will slip all the way down the ice. 6 seconds remain. Time for one more rush for the Wildcats before Bradford gets out of the box. We're back to even strength now. 14:21 remaining in the third period. 5-on-5 play. Shane Gleason sends it in front in a slot, poked away by Bauer. Slap shot from the outside is way off the mark. Will Pointon, though, with a heavy shot from the blue line. Laid off. Anders does a good job to break it up. First one to it, though, was Jake Campbell. Campbell will loft it in. Dorr will chase after it as Griffin Dunn will bear down on him. Get it? Bear down, says Arizona. Played over now to Jake Bauer. Bauer at the top of the circle, in, looks for a pass, in, shot, save, score! Matt Anders grabs the rebound, Colorado goal! Jarman and Bauer will play back and forth with it, and Anders does a good job to come out of the corner and send it home. Colorado leads 5-4.
Wow, rebounds have been so key tonight. That time going in Colorado's favor. Garrett Patrick just misplayed that one badly. He lunged out for it and just completely missed it. And Anders was Johnny on the spot.
5 goals on the board. 5 different Buffaloes have scored. 13:47 remaining. Jarman and Bauer will get assists on Anders' goal. 5-4 in favor of the Buffs. Right off the draw, Wiggins will bring it in. Poked away from him as he's sent down. Bradford, who just came out of the box, will go into the corner. So good job by Colorado, not only to kill off another power play, but to add one to the board. So we can confirm it will be Bauer and Jarman on the assists. Anders on the goal. Anders has only been on this Colorado team for a few weeks, but he's already made it count. This will be his 4th goal in 7 games. tonight being the 7th game.
He, John Nitchin, and Colin Champagne all joined this team for the second semester, and Piner has only seen action really in that Central Oklahoma game, but Nitchin and Anders have been unbelievable.
Wiggins will direct it in as Colorado will go off for a change. Streaking on will be Nitchin. Long ice pass intended for Vasquez is going to come down the length of the ice and will draw an icing call. 12:48 remaining in the third. Colorado on top 5-4. A goal-filled Thursday night. For those of you who thought about turning off maybe after the end of one, it's a good thing you stay tuned.
And it's encouraging for Colorado, who has struggled with their offense really throughout this season, but these past 2 games against Colorado State and Arizona, I mean, they have turned it up with the scoring.
And Colorado was having a little bit of trouble the last few weeks, putting the puck in the back of the net. The last 2 games, they've made it look nice. They've got 9 goals in the last 2 games with 12:24 remaining in this one. Natty whips on the cross-ice pass attempt. He'll have to instead rotate it against the glass to Kardash. Sent forward now. It'll be Van Arkel. Van Arkel in with Nitchin. Couldn't quite hit him there. Nitchin will send it around the boards. Natty will chase after it. Comes free now to Kirk Van Arkel. Van Arkel will look over to Coyne. He'll leave it there for Coiner. Goes back to Kardash. Kardash goes down low on a quick pass to Van Arkel. And but to Matty. Saved there by Patrick. Stonewalling Pierce Matty on the doorstep. Good looking passing play though. Kardash with a great pass going down low to Van Arkel and a good centering pass to Matty. Coyne will send a man into the boards as it comes across. It'll be Dylan Carter. Carter will have the puck knocked away from him by Matty. Kept in though at the point by Grunhagen. Lofted up into the air. It'll be chased after by Shane Gleason. Gleason will come back behind the net of Patrick, being chased down by George Gruber. Sent down, deflect off the stick of Kyle Griffin. Griffin has an Arizona Wildcat goal here tonight. He'll be tracked down, loses the puck, centering in front. A good play by Gruber to knock it up. Comes out to the point, though. Shot on net is a glove save by Matt Lechner. 11-11 remain in the third period. 5-4 in favor of Colorado. These 2 teams will play 2 more games this weekend, with Arizona traveling up to Fort Collins to play against the Colorado State Rams tomorrow night and Saturday. And the Buffs will host Arizona State here at home. We're 2 games set against one of the nation's top teams.
Well, the top team, actually.
They are number 1. That's correct. Central Oklahoma right on their trail. Colorado in at number 18 in this week's ACHA poll. No movement from last week. Unfortunately, we are all anticipating a little move.
That's the other thing about these computer polls is they don't give you much credit for beating teams ranked lower than you.
They give you credit for losing to good teams, though.
Just like we said, computers. Don't get it.
You see that movie I, Robot, Tommy?
I have seen that movie. That's
where we're headed.
Yeah. Will Smith needs to come save the day.
Maybe
Send
not.
the Buffs to Nationals.
He can stay away. Gleason from the outside. His shot blocked by Jarman. Jarman then pokes it away. He's got Bauer streaking up the ice with Anders. It'll be a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Jarman will send one on net. Well, it didn't go on net. It was meant to be on net. Bauer out of the corner. Man loses a glove. It's a Wildcat glove. It's going to be a delayed penalty on the Wildcats. Lechner goes to the bench. Shot on net from Nightbach is off the mark. And we're going to have a Colorado penalty.
Yeah.
Power play. Oh, I was so close to saying that correctly.
That's going to be on Hogan, I believe, Brian Hogan, or Nick Hinsberg. He laid Jarman out.
Went after him a little bit.
Yeah.
10:03 remaining in the third. 1 goal advantage for Colorado. They will now have a 2-minute power play. It'll be Nitchin, Matty, and Van Arkel out there with Nightenbach and Hefter, as expected. So here we go. Can Colorado add to their lead? Walking the line to Matty. Sent down low now to Nitchin. Nitchin will circle back. Finds Hefter. Hefter goes right back to Nitchin. Van Arkel, top of the circle, fires one on net. It was deflected off of a body. Nitchin, though, will grab the loose puck. Nitchin will cycle it down low. Matty will chase after it. He'll get there. Looking for Nitchin going through the slot. Evaluates the play. Decides to send it on net. Comes over now to Van Arkel. Van Arkel, the sniper out there. Sends it over to Nitchin. Nitchin defers back to the Luke Nightenbach point. Comes down low now to Hefter walking in. Sent through some traffic. Van Arkel couldn't direct it on net. Nitchin loses his footing but still gets it out to the point. Hefter passes to Matty. Matty fires one in a save there by Patrick. 103 will remain on the power play for Colorado.
Well, this is some pretty good power play offense from the Buffs. The puck never really stopped moving from player to player for those first 57 seconds. It's very crisp passing, very patient, and they can afford to be.
Anders, Bauer, and Jarman out there with Kardash and Coyne. Anders will push it forward. We'll give him the W on the draw. Comes free to Bauer in the slot, send it out to Coyne. Coyne fires one on net into the glove of Patrick. Loses it momentarily, but will dive on top of it. And Shane Gleason and Thomas Jarman will have a little bit of a pushing match.
They're going after Jarman a little bit out there.
The big message on Saturday of the Oklahoma road trip was stay out of the stupid stuff. We're seeing that Colorado has not been able to do that here tonight. Well, they've done a better job than in the past, I suppose.
Well, they've done a good job of it really since, the first half of the second period.
Shorthanded, here come the Wildcats. It's Kyle Griffin. Griffin fires one and a good save by Lechner. 40 seconds remain on the power play for Colorado. Kardash, the defenseman, will bring it over the center line. He'll flip it up into the corner. He'll go after it there, being held up a little bit. Sent violently off the corner to Bauer. Out to the point, Anders with the extended stick couldn't quite get a piece of that puck, so it'll slip back with 20 seconds remaining here on the power play. 8:20 remains in the third period. 5-4 in favor of Colorado. Very important game for both Colorado and Arizona. Anders dekes around a man. Sends it into the corner for himself. Power play set to expire here momentarily. It's Wiggins. Wiggins gets taken down, gets right back up, loses it, and we are back to full strength. Racing down is Nowicki. Nowicki's got Hogan with him. Sends one on net, saved by Lechner. Comes out to play it. A little bit of a weird play. Almost got caught out of the net.
That was very risky by Matt Lechner.
Anders looking for a long ice pass. Can't quite connect with Bauer. Wiggins, though, will send it in. He'll go off for a change. New line out there for Colorado. Bennett handles around a collection of Buffaloes before carrying into the zone. Poke check from behind by Bradford. Bradford will send it out to center ice. Poked away from him. Hurley Kane flips it up into the air. Wiggins will chase after it. He's got Aswani behind him. He'll drop it to Oz. Oz has got it below the circle as Wiggins was demolished behind the play. We're going to get another Colorado power play here. Wiggins got hit hard from behind after the play by Tom Bennett. So it looks like the Buffs are going to go back on another 2-minute power play. And they will.
The Buffs did pretty well on that last power play, at least for the first half, to move the puck around, get the kind of looks that they wanted. They couldn't put anything home, and then after that, it was the odd man rush by the Arizona Wildcats that snuffed it out.
Nitchin in to take the draw for Colorado. 7:17 remaining here in the third period.
Number 21, Thomas Bennett on Arizona, a 2-minute minor penalty for boarding.
So a 2-minute minor penalty against Bennett for boarding. Here comes Pierce Matty. Matty with a lot of speed. He's going to wrap around. Looks up to the point for Hefter. Hefter elects not to shoot it. He'll back up. Looks over to Nightenbach. Hits the defensive partner there. Nightenbach down low now to Van Arkel. Van Arkel loses his footing, and he'll be slapped out to the point. A great keep, though, by Matt Hefter. Sends it over to Nitchin. Nitchin will hit him with a return pass. Hefter gets it back. Over to Nightenbach. Sends it on net. Saved by Patrick. Rebound. Straight down in the circle. Over now to Van Arkel. Van Arkel looks towards the net. Defers over to Nightenbach. Sends one on net. Deflected off of the leg of Hinsberg. And it'll be sent up into the netting and out of play. Minute 05 remains on the power play for Colorado. 6:22 remains in regulation of this contest. Anders, Bauer, and Jarman will come out. Kardash and Coyne. Pairing that we saw only a few minutes ago, it seems like. Wildcats do another good job, though, to win a shorthanded draw. Kardash will come from behind his own net. Uses his long arms to handle around the defender. Looks about handing to Bauer. Instead, he'll send it down low for Jarman. Jarman will circle around. 42 seconds remain on the power play for Colorado. Jarman down there with Bauer. Sends it to Anders. Anders now to Bauer. Colorado will get the spacing right. Shot on net is deflected away by Patrick. Glove down by Kardash at the point. He'll circle around, losing the defender with him. Circles it back now to Anders. In front of the net, Thomas Jarman's got an arm around him. Not a hug in any way. Anders down low now to Bauer. Bauer looks out to Kardash. Instead, he'll go down low to Anders. Anders looks back to Bauer. Bauer tees one up down low to Anders. Anders tries to center it, meets some contact. Jarman from the seat of his pants will try to send it on net, but Patrick will cover up the puck.
A little bit of chaos there in front of the net. Bauer looked like he was loading up for a slap shot and didn't take. That might have been the shot Colorado wanted, but they still force a face-off in the offensive zone.
5 seconds remains on the power play for Colorado. 5:22 remains in the third period. Grib will be wrapped up on the draw, sent right on net though by Palanchik. It's a bit wide. We're back to full strength. Rosetta will pay the price, but he'll send it out to center ice. Palanchik will send it right back in though for Colorado, narrowly avoiding the netting above the glass. Sent forward to Griffin. Griffin will take it right over center ice. He'll flip it into the corner. Dorr will go after it. Dorr will play it up into the netting, and that'll go out of play and draw a face-off in the Colorado defensive zone. 4:56 remaining. Third period. Colorado with a 5-4 lead. Matt Anders with the latest goal for Colorado. A fun play in front of the net, assisted by Jarman and Bauer. Dorr will grab it right off the face-off. He looks out to Dietz. This line of Gruber, Dietz, and Palanchik has looked good tonight. Palanchik's got a goal. A great assist from Eric Kardash. Basically as good as a goal. Stat sheet just won't show it. Kane and Hinsberg have a shoving match against the boards. Palanchik brings it over the center line. Kane will break in. Kane will slow up, send it down low. Palanchik will get there first. He's laid up against the boards by Brian Hogan. Set up against the glass. It'll come out to the point. Hefter unable to keep it in, will skate back. Right from center, Hefter will send it into the corner. Bus will go off for a change. New line will jump on. Palanchik pushes a man up into the boards. Bradford will do the same. Oz will try to do the same. Misses just by a hair. Brian Hogan will send it across now to Thomas Bennett. Handles around Hefter in front. Shot goes just behind Lechner, but wide. That was a dangerous play. Out to the point, Nowicki goes down low. Shot on net, deflected off of Nightenbach. Comes free now to Odea. Odea will wrap it around the boards. Comes over now towards Nightenbach. Nightenbach with Bradford, who sends it up into the netting of his own bench and out of play.
And that was a beautiful deke there, and they got Lechner badly out of position. Really lucky that that puck went wide of the net.
3:40 remaining in the third. 1 goal game. A fun one, to say the least. We've seen everything.
It's really had it all.
The contrast in play between first, second, and third periods has looked like 3 different hockey games. Poynton sends one towards the net, deflected away. Long ice pass intended for Matty is going to be a race to it. Patrick's going to come out of the net to play it. A good look, though, by Colorado. Pierce Matty handles out of the corner right to Van Arkel. Van Arkel tries to send it into Nitchin, who was going through the slot. Instead, it'll be the Wildcats who head up the ice. Randolph defers over to the right side, down to Grunhagen. Grunhagen goes to the backside. Shot on net is just off the side of the net, as that one was pushed off of its moorings. That was a dangerous chance.
I thought that one was going in. Again, Lechner out of position. He came pretty far out of his net, and he was too low. That one would have snuck over him had it been on target.
3:13 remains in the third. 5-4 game. One back again by Colorado. Will be set up the boards to Bauer, who takes the contact, misses the puck, sends it out to Jarman, though. Jarman with a one-touch pass over to Anders. Anders has got some speed. He'll fire one through. Poked away at the last second. Robbie Wilkinson sends it out to center right. He's got Griffin who sends it in. Nightenbach will be the first one there. Tries to rot a man off into the boards. Doing a good job, though, is Dylan Carter. Hefter will poke it out to the point. It'll be Hinsberg. Hinsberg sends it on net. Lechner again out of position. Hinsberg another one. Poked down. Hefter handles around a man. Looks out to Anders. Couldn't quite connect on the pass. Set into the neutral zone again by the Wildcats. Hefter sends it off of a body. Comes in the slot dangerously. And no one home for the Wildcats. Rosetta, blast one. That one goes off the pads of Lechner. He wanted to come out and play that one. Coyne beat him to it. Wildcats swarming a little bit. Hogan in the slot couldn't quite get the stick on it. Dietz does a good job to get it out to the neutral zone. He'll carry it now. He'll try to work around Hinsberg. Sends one on net. Good play, though, by Dietz. Dietz still with it. A good chip over to Coyne. Coyne sends it in, back door over to Gruber. Gruber fires when he scores! George Gruber, a backhanded bottle knocker. Oh, baby!
That was a beauty by George Gruber. A backhander sliding away from the net. The degree of difficulty on that shot is unbelievable.
My goodness, Grubes. It's Gruber! A backhanded bottle knocker makes this one 6-4. It's Gruber!
I mean, you might have just put this one away. Gruber not really a scorer, but now goals in 2 consecutive games. Crucial goals in 2 consecutive games.
George Gruber! His 6th goal on the year. That's 2 in 2 games now. Getting hot at the right time. Colorado now leads 6-4 with 1:47 remaining. George Gruber the 7th. What a play. A backhanded bottle knocker. That was fun. As Tommy perfectly highlighted, that was an incredibly difficult shot. And that's something that you would have to practice, 1,000 times before you could get that one down. Looking good on Thursday night. 1:25 remaining. Colorado, though, does have to hang on. This Wildcat team has not quit at all. But John Mitchell will bring it up the ice. He's got Pierce mounted. He got a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Mitchell leaves the puck behind him. Send it through the slot. Couldn't quite connect with Van Arkel. Matty, though, gets there first. He's taken down. And the Wildcats will come back the other way. Tom Bennett's got it. He'll bring it over the line. Leaves it. Hogan fires one. Deflected away. Never made it through. Sent through into the slot, and Lechner will dive on top of it. As I believe John Hogan crashed in the net. Fell down right in front of Lechner. Lechner will bail out of town and go for a quick skate.
Lechner lost his glove, too.
59.8 seconds remaining. 6-4 contest in favor of Colorado. The goaltender Garrett Patrick is now at the bench, listening to instructions from both head coach Chad Berman as well as the assistant coach David Duggal.
And that Gruber goal was so huge because you could see the Wildcats' pressure. It was starting to get to Matt Lechner. He wasn't looking very smooth with his motions. He was looking very jerky, very quick. He was committing rather quickly to whatever he was going to do, and that was leaving him out of position. But Gruber was Johnny on the spot and gave the Buffs the cushion they needed.
So a timeout by the University of Arizona. 59.8 seconds. We will see if Chad Berman will pull the goaltender. And logic says you might as well give it a shot if you have an offensive zone faceoff.
Yeah, and I mean, down 2 goals with less than a minute left, there's not a lot you can do. But at the very least, send 6 guys out onto the ice for the face-off, and then bring one of them off and replace them with Patrick if you have to.
I am getting a score update here from Poppy Fitz. It looks like the Detroit Red Wings have beaten the Colorado Avalanche in the NHL.
Oh, man.
The final score in that one is 3-0 in favor of the Red Wings.
Ouch.
Colorado will go back to work, I believe, against Minnesota this weekend.
Nathan McKinnon did have his first professional fight, though.
He did. Empty net for the Wildcats. A bunch of bodies trying to congregate in front of the net to create something. George Gruber will poke it free to Bauer. Bauer's got an empty net to shoot at. Bauer puts one in. Oh! That's out of the post. Just missed. Just missed that one. Wildcats will bring it right back up the ice. 35 seconds remaining in this one. 2-goal lead for Colorado. Glove down by the Wildcats. Bauer tries to deliver a hit. Doesn't really matter. Pointing, sends it on net, saved by Lechner, dives on top of it, and that'll stop the clock.
Lechner had that one in his glove. He dropped it. He hasn't done very well with the rebounds tonight. At this point, though, it doesn't really matter. And Jake Bauer can't believe he missed the net on that empty shot.
He's had some pretty impressive goals this year. That wouldn't have made the list.
Not at all.
23 seconds to go in this one. Coming in from the point is Gleason. Gleason sends it straight up into the air. Van Arkel will poke at it. 15 seconds remaining. This one comes into the corner. Colorado just got to wrap this one up and it'll seal the deal. Dorr will deliver a shoulder. Comes now. 6 seconds remaining. In the slot, saved by Lechner. Another one is free. Lechner dives on top of it. So many bodies in front of the net. I can't see what's going on down there. I believe Lechner's on top of the puck. There's 1.3 seconds on the clock. Lechner lost his helmet and throws the puck out of his glove. 6 navy and red jerseys down there with 6 white and black jerseys.
The way Lechner just tossed that puck away, it was like he's saying, I've done my job, let's get out of here. And he has.
1.3 remains in this one. Hogan will take the draw against Bauer. Excuse me, Nitchin won the draw back, and Colorado wins. Final score tonight, 6-4. Colorado with a huge comeback win. They trailed 3-0 after one, scored 4 unanswered goals, added 2 more in the third period, and the Buffs come away with a huge 6-4 victory over the Wildcats.
And Joe, I thought this team was going to implode in the second period. After the major to Mick Bruce that got him thrown out of the game, they were missing their biggest, most physical defenseman, one of their most crucial players. They gave up 2 power play goals. They were facing a 5-on-3 in the second period. But after that, they killed the penalty, and then they just turned it around. An unbelievable performance by the Buffaloes here tonight.
A real team effort. And the type of fight that a team has to come back from a 3-0 deficit and not give up on it at all. Come away with a 2-goal victory is very impressive.
And Joe, this is the type of game that will get you into nationals.
A huge victory for Colorado. This will put them back at 500. This will put them at 12-2 on the year. Huge game tonight by the boys. 6 different Buffaloes score. Matt Anders, George Gruber, Hurley Kane, John Nitchin, Pierce Matty, and Elliot Polanchik. All with goals here tonight. Jeff and Andy Knightenbach have to be pleased with this effort, Tom.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no way you can. I mean, Andy Knightenbach during the first intermission, he said, I don't know what to do. How do you know what to do when you're down 3-0 in the first? You lose probably your best defenseman. You still have to kill off a major penalty, but I don't know where the Buffs found this comeback. I don't know how deep they dug, but
very deep.
It was unbelievable.
A fun one indeed. Tommy, you have a player of the game?
Who do you pick? I mean, there's everyone played well. I mean, Luke Coyne had a fantastic game. He didn't score, but he was very energetic on the forecheck, especially in those short-handed situations. George Gruber had a great game. He was great on the forecheck as well, and he got the clinching goal. Matt Lechner gave up 4 goals, but he was put in a bad position for some of them. 2 of them were short-handed, and he stepped up admirably in place of Colin Champagne and Alex Palumbo.
George Gruber definitely had my favorite goal of the game. Unbelievable backhand.
That was beautiful.
Everyone at home has to have gotten a little excited for that one.
You know, maybe the NBA just named the Atlanta Hawks' entire starting lineup Eastern Conference Player of the Month. Maybe we can just name everyone Player of the Game. Everyone's first star tonight.
Yeah, everyone gets a medal tonight.
It was a complete team effort by Colorado.
Well, thanks to everyone for tuning in tonight. We had a fun one indeed. Final score from Boulder, 6-4. Alongside Tommy Wood, I'm Joe Paris. We'll be back tomorrow night against the Arizona State Sun Devils. Colorado, the push to nationals is on. Tune in tomorrow to see if they can continue the hot streak on. I'm Joe Paris alongside Tommy Wood. Thanks for joining us. 6-4 final. Again, tomorrow we'll be back at 7:25 Mountain Time, PM, of course. You wouldn't believe how many times I've gotten that question. AM or PM?
Who plays hockey at 7 in the morning? I mean, well, some people do, but not the ACHA. We'd be here, I know that. Thankfully, we don't have to be.
Well, I'm going to go sleep until tomorrow's face-off. Maybe enjoy some pizza rolls. But Tommy, thanks for joining us here tonight. It's been a fun one. We'll be back with you tomorrow again. Final score from Boulder, Colorado 6, Arizona 4.